Tengen chuckled at your awestrucken reaction, looking redactedly pleased. He was gently, as he gently cupped your chin, tilting your face upwards to gaze at him. He was so tall that your head only leveled with his chest. As you flinched at his close proximity, your face heated, taking note of how beautiful the color of his eyes were. From afar, they practically were red, but up close, they were a pretty pink fuchsia color. That was even more so. He also smelled nice, like potpourri and exotic spices. It was most like some sort of perfume a woman would occasionally wear, that it kind of made you wonder, did he use feminine products? Or perhaps he had a girl... Oh, wow. Your ass is really soft. You yelled, feeling his hand and massage your booty through the thin fabric of your kimono before giving a nice firm smack. The sound echoed throughout the ruin, and the impact sent a slight tingle sensation through your body. His sudden action immediately snapped you back to reality as you placed both your hands against his chest and pushed him away from you. Tengen staggered a bit, only then flinched when you began throwing rocks and dirt at him. You perverts! You shrieked out in embarrassment, face blushing red as you continued your onslaught. In sheer honesty, you were actually embarrassed due to how strange it felt. Never had a man touched you like that before. It sent a weird sensation to your brain. It felt almost pleasurable even. Hey, easy. Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. He chuckles, while shielding himself with his arms and hands. You stood, blushing profusely. The nerve of this guy. You've got some nerves. You're lucky I didn't sue you for sexual assault, you added shyly. Oh, so you like that then? He teased. No, I didn't, you exclaimed, hiding your face behind your hair. Oh, you almost certainly did, Tengen muses, finding it quite cute the way you tried to deny it. You were shy just like Makio, refusing to admit that you indeed enjoy the feeling of him touching your rear end. Just go away and leave me alone, please, you muttered softly. At that, Tengen decided it was time to stop teasing, finally and slowly came up to you. You gasped, feeling him place a gentle hand onto your head, in a comforting gesture. Sorry, I got a bit carried away. Please forgive me, he says, his voice soft and honest, and not at all boisterous like it was just a few minutes ago. You were surprised at how suddenly gentle he was, as if he doesn't want to make you feel more uncomfortable than you are, but you could be mistaken, right? You sighed softly, feeling him caress his fingers through your hair-colored hair, blunt nails, massage and smooth skin of your scalp, a soothing gesture. A part of you wanted to stay mad at him for touching you inappropriately, but it felt really nice, as if you were a cat. You'd definitely be purring right now. It's okay. I forgive you, you tell him shyly. You heard him hum softly, obviously pleased as he continued to soothe you. For Tengen, he marveled how adorable you looked as he gently racked his fingers through your hair. It felt like silk, with a few tiny knots. Your hair's really soft, which reminds me, the real reason why I wanted to see you again. It's because I wanted to give something back to you, he says, making you glance up at him. Pulling away from him, you watch him reach into his pants pocket, and your eyes couldn't help but widen as he pulled out a small red comb. Not just any red comb, but your red comb. The red comb with the silvery embroider, which you thought you'd lost forever. A treasure given to you by your mother, which kept a memoir. My comb? You found my comb? You say, surprised. Yeah, you accidentally dropped it last night. Tengen explained. I tried to stop you, but you already left, so I figured to return it to you. Tengen didn't give a chance to finish as he felt your hands wrap around his neck, embracing him. Tengen his breath hitched momentarily in his throat as he finds pink beginning to sprawl among his features. Thank you ever so much for returning it to me, you say excitedly. So, he was right about the comb being important to you. As Tengen couldn't help but smile before returning the hug, his strong arms wrapping around your waist. You're welcome. I figured it meant a lot to you. Besides, it wouldn't be gentlemanly of me to keep such a prized possession, he says. After pulling away from another, he handed back the comb to you as you smiled happily. You couldn't express the amount of joy you felt right now. All your insecurity attempts to tell him that he really didn't have to go through all the trouble just to return something as simple as a hair comb back to you. Oh, but deep down, you wanted to squeal out. Thanks, Uzui. You don't know how much this means to me. However could I repay you? You ask. Go out with me. The words were on the tip of his tongue, but Tengen swallowed them as he shook his head. There's no need. Just seeing you smile is more than enough, he tells you, making you blush. Rocking a tad bit on the balls of his heels, you decided it would be best to reward him for the trouble anyways. It might not be much, but it will at least do something for him. Tengen was indeed a beautiful man, so you figured he deserves the best as he reached into your kimono and pulled out a card. Then allow me to repay you. Here, take this. Tengen's brows furrow in question as he gently took the card from you. What's this? He asked. It's an invitation to the Guren, you tell him. Hey guys, it's me. So if you haven't seen my community post, which is alright if you haven't, I have a Patreon. And by the way, it is completely free. So you don't have to worry about spending a sweet cent on it. But, what would I do? But basically, it is another version of a Tengen story, but this one is a lot spicier. So that's why it's on Patreon. So if you do try and go on my Patreon, you're gonna need an 18 plus account to get onto it. So I'm sorry, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye, lovelies. Mwah.